Happy Friday, everyone. Becky Thames here, live for The Drive at 5, and today I'm going to share with you exactly how I made hundreds of dollars by going to the county fair. I love the fair. I love everything about fall. Just today, if you've been following me on Facebook, I went and bought some pork skins. Look how big these things are. I had to break it just to get it back in this bag from when I took my picture. And they're real crispy too. Listen, you hear that? You hear how fresh? They're fried fresh today. But anyway, I love everything about the fall. And so I wanted to share with you today how I made hundreds of dollars by going to the county fair, and how you can do the exact same thing. So I started selling on Amazon January 12th, 2014. And when I was selling on Amazon, you know, the number one question is, well, what do I sell? What do I sell? And I have this knack of, like, everywhere I go, I see things that I could sell on Amazon. I see items that I could private label. I'm not sure why I'm like that. It's kind of like I have this sixth sense that just says, hey, Becky, look at private labeling that, or look at that item, or look at that item. So in January 2014, my husband and I we went to the fair. It was in November of 2014. So it was my very first year selling on Amazon. I was learning so much about e-commerce, so much about selling on Amazon, so much about selling on eBay. And if you know e-commerce, you know that you have to learn, you know, it's a skill. It's a skill. So I was learning to be a doctor of e-commerce, right? And so and I still do, but I ate, I slept, I breathed e-commerce and Amazon. And so my husband and I were walking around the fair, and we were holding hands. It was chilly, like it is today, and it was chilly, and you could smell, like, the candy apples and the cotton candy. Like, every time I walked by one of those things, I could just smell it. But my favorite thing at the fair are the Fisk fries, and they have to be that brand, because I'm a fry snob, right? They're the Fisk fries, and they have the best vinegar. Like, you could just spray this vinegar on. Oh, so good, so delicious. And there's all other kind of things that you could buy at the fair, right? But all of those things that I just named, like the Fisk fries, they were open and they get cold real quick. The candy apple was red, and, you know, it had the nuts on the outside, but it was, like, open. The cotton candy, they were making it fresh, you know, with the sugar in the bowl, and then they put it in a plastic bag and just twist tied it and gave it to you. But guys, we walked by this trailer, like a trailer that was selling things, and I just stopped, and Bud was like, Becky, what are you doing? And I was like, but I have to go back there. And he was like, for what? I was like, I have to talk to them about Amazon. And he's like, oh my gosh, Becky, can you just, like, forget that business for 1 minute? And I'm like, no, I have to go back there. Guys, the trailer that we walked by, the little selling trailer or whatever that was at the fair, was the world's largest gummy bears. I don't know if you've seen them. They're 5 pounds. 5 pounds each. They were in these blister packs. They were shaped like the gummy bear. They had the red ones and the blue ones, so the cherry flavored. And 5 pounds, 5-pound gummy bear in the red cherry, that's 1,400 little gummy bears all stuck together in a 5-pound gummy bear. You can look them up online. They sell from anywhere from $34 to $42 online right now. And 5-pound gummy bear, 1,400 little gummy bears, 6,120 calories. Now, you may be saying, my gosh, Becky, how do you know this much about gummy bears? Because I made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars by selling the world's largest gummy bears, 5 pounds. And it's Halloween right now. They have Halloween candies, right? And so you could do that too. They were a wholesale company. It just so happens that the owner was literally, now he's the owner of the world's largest gummy bear company. And I asked him if I could wholesale his items. Now, I didn't know what wholesale was. Remember, January 2014 I started. This was November 18th of 2014 is when I I met him before, but I corresponded via email because he gave me his card. And guess what I did? I followed up. And that's what you need to do too. You need to follow up. But going to the fair is near and dear to my heart because I remember when I was a little girl, going to the fair was a big deal, right? And my mom didn't have money to take 3 of us to the fair. And so my son Carson texts me today. I'm literally still at work. I'm sitting in my car. I'm off work. I'm sitting in my car. I'm getting ready to drive home. But he texted me and he was like, Mom, can we go to the fair tonight? And I said, no, he said, can we go to the fair? And I said, yes, we can go to the fair, but not tonight because it's rainy and nasty here. But what I did is it immediately took me back to when I was his age. So when I was 12 years old and I really, really wanted to go to the fair. And no lie, guys, I had to pick up aluminum cans to get money to go to the state fair. It was a state fair. And I also had to get, we had to pick field peas. So my mama and myself and my brother, my little sister was too little, but we had to pick field peas, and you could pick them by a half a bushel or a whole bushel. And that's the money that we had to go to the fair. And that was the only way we could go to the fair because we didn't have like, an extra $100, $200, $300 to blow at the fair. So if you're looking for a way to make extra money to take your family to the fair, you don't have to go out and pick up aluminum cans if you don't want to. You don't have to go and pick bushels and half bushels of field peas if you don't want to. Send me a message and I will share with you exactly how you can earn your first dime online with e-commerce. Hope you all have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow on The Drive at 5. Bye.